Imagine being thrown into a pit filled with hungry lions simply because you refuse to stop praying to God. Most people know Daniel survived the lion's den, but few know the courage, betrayal, and faith that led him there. This is the true story of Daniel in the lion's den. Long ago, during the reign of King Darius in Babylon, there lived a man named Daniel. Daniel was no ordinary servant. He was wise, honest, disciplined, and completely devoted to God. Because of his wisdom, the king trusted him more than almost anyone else in the kingdom. In fact, Daniel was soon promoted above many powerful officials. But success often attracts jealousy. The other leaders became angry that Daniel, a Hebrew exile, had earned such favor with the king. They searched desperately for something they could use against him. Yet Daniel was trustworthy. He never lied, he never cheated, he never abused his power. They could find no fault in him. Then they realized something important. The only way to trap Daniel was through his faith in God. So the officials approached King Darius with a dangerous plan. They said, "Your Majesty, issue a royal decree that for the next 30 days, no one may pray to any god or man except you. Anyone who disobeys should be thrown into the lion's den." Flattered by their words, the king agreed. The decree was signed, and according to the law of the Medes and Persians, it could never be changed. Now Daniel faced a choice. He could hide his faith, stay silent for 30 days, avoid trouble. But Daniel refused. That very evening, he went to his home, opened his windows toward Jerusalem, knelt down and prayed to God, just as he always had before. The jealous officials were waiting. They rushed to the king and accused Daniel of breaking the decree. Suddenly, King Darius realized he had been tricked. He cared deeply for Daniel and spent the entire day searching for a way to save him. But the law could not be reversed. As the sun began to set, Daniel was taken to the lion's den. A heavy stone was rolled across the opening. Before Daniel was lowered into the darkness, the king said to him, "May your God, whom you serve continually, rescue you." That night the king could not sleep. He refused food. He paced the palace in fear and sorrow. At dawn, King Darius hurried to the den and cried out with a trembling voice, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God been able to rescue you from the lions?" Then from deep within the den came Daniel's voice, "O king, live forever. My God sent his angel and shut the mouths of the lions. They have not harmed me." Daniel was alive. Not a single wound was found on him because he had trusted in God. The king was overwhelmed with joy. Daniel was lifted from the den, and King Darius issued a new decree throughout the kingdom. The God of Daniel is the living God. He endures forever, he rescues, and he saves. Daniel's faith had not only saved his life, it had revealed the power of God to an entire kingdom. And thousands of years later, his story still reminds us. Faith in God is stronger than fear, even in the lion's den. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more powerful Bible stories, faith-filled journeys, and inspiring biblical content.